Uh-oh. Yeah, she's bleeding. I'm about 5 minutes from pick and pull, and yeah, that's not good. It's really not good. Shoot. I just hope they have a rad at pick and pull. Because when I checked their thing, they didn't say they had any forerunners or nothing, so cross your fingers. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Stacks on the Jeep. Holy crap. Well guys, it was a really eventful day. And by eventful I mean crappy. Radiator blew up on the highway on the way up into the city. So I limped it to the pick and pull and bought a new rad. Well, I used one out of a truck, 4Runner. And they normally sell coolant there, but they were all sold out. They have no faucets or taps on the outside of the building. So called all my friends in Calgary and no one would answer the phone. I guess they were out wheeling or something, so that's cool. But called Ken. He came all the way from here, all the way to the city. It's like an hour and 10-minute drive. He came, picked me up. We went to Princess Auto, got some coolant, and then well, after we got back to the 4Runner, he's like, "Are you good? You got this?" And I was like, yeah, I'm fine, I got it. So he took off and went about his business and stuff like that. And I topped the coolant up after I got it swapped out. That was fun, by the way. Had everybody in the parking lot staring at me. He's in the biggest friggin' truck in the parking lot. And I'm friggin' standing on the front bumper, crouched right over, pulling the rad out. And there's a huge puddle of coolant underneath it. But then, so I put the new coolant in and fire it up and rev it till it gets up to operating temperature, hop out and have a look, and she's just shooting friggin' coolant. Like it's like somebody but, so she's bleeding really good. So I went back into the yard looking for another rad. They had 4 4Runners and 1 Toyota pickup. The 4Runner that I got the rad out of looked fine. The rad looked totally fine. There's a crack right by the filler neck that I didn't see. You couldn't see it. There's friggin' dirt and paint and stuff around it, but away she goes. But the other 4Runner had the rad taken out of it, and the other 2 4Runners, they were in front end collisions, so their rads were freaking like twisted and stuff, so they weren't gonna work. And the truck was a 4-cylinder. Too small. So I was screwed, so I limped it over to the Princess Auto and bought a torch soldering kit. This one. That was a little bit fun. This thing does not like to stay lit. It does not come filled up, so I had to buy this as well. And I had to buy some flux, because that doesn't come with any. So I was friggin' at Princess Auto, friggin' heating up and soldering my rad shut. And it wasn't sticking because I didn't have any sandpaper. I didn't feel like going in and buying some. But this Englishman, he came by and he helped me out. He brought me a sanding disc. I don't think I have any. Oh, similar to one of my grinding discs. But he's like, yeah, I don't have any sandpaper, but here, try this. And friggin' ground it up and cleaned it up and soldered it, and he was really nice, really cool guy. But yeah, so I friggin' limped the truck all the way back home, and now she's sitting outside, and I'm really not happy at her right now. But I did manage to get this 22RE power steering pump. I have to modify it because it mounts onto the truck like this on the driver's side. My mounts for the power steering pump are on the passenger side. So what I'm wondering if I can do is run it kind of, instead of flat like that, run it like that. Thought it dripped. But I gotta run it like that because my power steering hose comes from the bottom and now it's it comes off the side like that, so I might have to figure out an interesting way to make this work. But it kind of looks like it's got the same setup as, where'd it go? My, this thing, of course, it's on top of the bench, is this thing. It's got that little notch cut in her with one of these things. It looks like it's similar to that. And if it is, that means I can just loosen that off and freaking turn that up so that if this is on the bottom, I can turn this that way so that I can hook up the freaking suction hose that way. But I don't know. Do you guys know if these pumps can be run at different angles, or do they have to be this way? I'm not sure. So one thing I was thinking about doing was build my own power steering reservoir. I can do that with this. Freaking make a box one. Probably, well, I'll make it like freaking 2 times capacity of the one I've got on it now. I can bolt this on the top of the fender and run a big hose like this one. This is the size of the hose that you're supposed to use. I've got that dinky little one, so no wonder she's freaking whining. She can't get enough fluid in fast enough. So if I build my own, I can mount it on top of the fender and it'll be out of the way and everything, and it will just be all around better. Well, I got this thing cleaned up a bit, pulled this off. I think all this does is, it's a pressure valve. If this isn't putting out enough pressure or something, it'll close vacuum or something and then step the engine up. I think. My dad mentioned something about that before. But since I don't need it, I just friggin' ran a plug into there, put some Teflon tape on it and torqued her down. Good enough. Now this guy. This thing does not swivel. It was like electric welded or something. So I can't frickin' twist it. But what I was thinking about doing is maybe cutting, I really apologize for that, cutting it off and just welding it to there, because it doesn't matter. If this pump can run with this feeding it from the side, like that, then friggin' rights, I'm in business. But I don't know if it can or not. So again, I'm going to need your guys' help with that. Oh, another score. Since my friggin' 6-inch drop hitch went missing after we went wheeling, I went and picked this one up. Found it on Kijiji for 30 bucks. And yeah, it came with this 2 5/16 ball. But I don't need a 2 5/16 ball. I need a 2-inch ball. Well, that's what I'm figuring I'm going to make. I'll make a 4x4x6 box. It'll sit right beside the battery and drain right into the frickin' power steering pump, which will be awesome. But so for a filler neck for that thing, I figure I'll just cut the top off of this and friggin' just weld that to the top of the box. That way it comes with a lid and everything. And the cool part is I can measure from actually how deep this goes and build the box. Well, actually I think the box will be about the same height as that, only it'll be like friggin' 6 times the capacity. So let's see. Yeah, it's about the same size, 4 inches, friggin' right. So that's awesome. That was just guessing too. So, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Then I won't have to worry about frickin' these stupid little ones anymore. Or frickin' welding like 2 or 3 onto each other and stuff. I think that'll do it for me today. I'm tired as frig, so thanks for watching, and until tomorrow, take care guys.